Red Devils! What's good, my people? Gather around tonight. It's calm before another storm. We just silenced Anfield, but now it's the Brighton test calling at Old Trafford. This is not a friendly, guys. It's a must-win situation. Under Ruben Amorim, we're rewriting the narrative. After 7 PL games, United are still building, guys. Come on, it's gonna be that. But with that win against Liverpool, it gives us some belief, a little just to move forward. But Brighton, they have certainly troubled us before that. Also, a lack of United's fire at home. Guys, what are we gonna do? The head-to-head is very close. United are historically in the edge with 19 meetings, 15 wins. Brighton has wins and 3 draws in recent times, 3 wins and 2 draws. It's crazy. So tonight, who's gonna step up and show ambition to win this game? Who's gonna make the statements for Man United on Saturday? Who's gonna be those guys? What are we going to do? But what I can tell you guys is that it's gonna be interesting. I definitely think there might be some interesting things for Man United to do in this game. Of course, I noticed some things in the previous performance, and I've been telling myself, I think, even though I've not been appreciating the manager like the most, you know what? He can earn my appreciation back. He can earn me back in his corner 100%, like I was in Ten Hag once when he was doing good things. So I would say to you guys, let's dive in. Let's take a little bit of some analysis. Let's see where it takes us. And let's see, because I got a predicted 11 for you guys. And of course, I got some key points for us to talk about. Like I just talked about the head to head history, the current form of Man United. Of course, United is over 3 wins, 0 draws, 2 losses in the last five. Of course, it's interesting there. Brighton also has 3 wins. They have 2 draws. They have 0 losses in their last five. That's where it gets really interesting. You know what I mean? Because Brighton are arriving with confidence. That same confidence they came to Old Trafford with a few times previously, and they did a few things to us, guys. It's not really nice. You know what I mean? It's not the nicest thing. It's not something we enjoy. It's not something we want to see. Of course, we want to see Manchester United take the game to Brighton. We're at home. It's going to be interesting. But which one of these guys will be carrying the spark for Manchester United in the game? Tonight, what are your thoughts, guys? Because certainly we want to know. And now I do have a predicted 11, which I would like to show you guys. But, while I put it up on the screen, in the same vein, let us hear your thoughts, guys, because Manchester United certainly is going to be the team to carry us forward. This is certainly possibly what it could be. It's just my thoughts. You know what I mean? After looking at some of the information, shout out to Compass Proof in the building saying air rifles out for the weekend. No seagulls pooping on the pitch. We're not having it. Shout out to Compost in the building. Shout out to Richard James. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry I was late. I didn't mean to be, bro. Like I was having some trouble with my internet connection. I really have to get fiber connection. I had high speed DSL, but I need a fiber because really and truly, oh, what the crap? What's happening with my phone screen? Why is my phone doing this all of a sudden? It's crazy. This is wild. Oh, I have an idea why my phone is doing this right now in this moment. All right. But we'll sort that out. Can you guys see me? I'm back. Am I back? You know, am I on the screen? Yes, I am. Apparently, you guys can see me. Let me know. Let me move around. See if you guys can see me. Well, I would say to you guys, it's an interesting time. Of course, the predicted 11 is there. I would like to find out from you guys what are your thoughts, what you think about why I said that might be the predicted 11, guys, because is my phone dimming? That is wild. This is crazy. Can you guys hear me? Can you? Phone's doing a madness. His phone's doing a madness, guys. You know, one of those things. But I'll get it. It's working. It's working. I apologize. I apologize. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. So this is my thoughts on the starting 11. Of course, Senleman in goal, Matthias De Ligt, Harry Maguire again would start, but this time with Lenny Yoro on the left side of him. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see if this is what happens because I think Luke Shaw is going to get some rest. I think there's going to be some rotation in the team. I think I'm expecting Ahmad to start, but I'm hearing Diego Dallo, you know what I mean, and Nusa Masraoui is doubtful, but possible could come into the team. You know what I mean? Bruno Fernandez, Casemiro, possibly in the start of central midfield. Maybe the likes of a Kobe Mainu coming in as a substitute, or maybe starting the game and Casemiro coming as a substitute. And of course, Brian and Bumo, Matthias Cunha, or maybe uh, a Mason Mount might start. You know what I mean? But there are some reports that possibly Benjamin Sesko will be starting this game. And it gets really interesting. It gets really interesting. This is definitely, as Campos says, it's going to be our hardest test in a long time. Brighton looked very good versus Newcastle. I was pretty shocked about the result myself, guys. And what can we say? We could only say it in such a way that Man United has to get the job done. There's no two ways about it, guys. And realistically, like as much as we could say all sorts of different things, Man United needs to get the job done. These players have to come out and show their performance. They have to show their level, and they have to do a good job. You know what I mean? We're at home. There's nothing like, oh, it's gonna be tough to travel. We're at home. The fans, 76,000 will be in the stands behind you, chanting your name 100% each and every moment, guys. And of course, we'll be booing the starting lineup of Brighton, which, of course, is very possibly could be this what you see on the screen right now. Of course, there is some, sentiments, as I would say, guys, because of course, Brighton's first choice for goalkeeper, probably for Tongan. You know what I mean? Maybe Albert Sosa. Albert Sosa, I'm not too sure. I don't watch them that often. I just took in the game a little bit, so it might be interesting. Of course, Webster, Dirk, probably Bokagiri, or maybe another CB might be starting in their back three. You know what I mean? Matoma on the left. And of course, they have Sa and these guys. I'm not too familiar. Baliba, of course, in the midfield. Gross possibly holding. And, it will be interesting. I have a typo there, but I'll fix that later. At the same time, guys, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when our two teams meet, knowing that Brighton has done a lot. And of course, Campos Smith is here saying, I can't believe it's almost November and we don't really have an injury pile up. We usually a few down by now. Well, we only have one game a week, Campos. So it's kind of easy to see why or say why we don't really have any injuries at right now, but we certainly are going to have an edge at home with the home crowd. Counter set pieces. Let's use everything in our arsenal, guys. Like, I don't see the problem with countering sometimes. I don't see the problem with moving in on the transition in a moment now and again when it suits the moment, the circumstance. Of course, we must play a possession-based game. Of course, we must take control of the football. Of course, we must try to create as many chances as possible and keep the opposition from creating chances themselves. But most importantly, we must be dynamic, guys. You know what I mean? Being a possession-based team doesn't mean we can't be dynamic. Doesn't mean that in a split second we could counterattack. We can counterattack, or in a split moment we could transition into the full-out attack. You know what I mean, guys? I think it's about diversifying what we're doing. Shout outs to Bongo Dread in the building. Shout out to you, homie. Hope you're having a great one. And I hope everyone is enjoying the evening. I know it's a wet one, certainly in Deutschland. It's a wet one, guys. It's been raining for hours. And of course, your boy had to get home in the rain. It took me a little bit longer, but I'm here and you are here. And that's the most important thing, guys. We're ready for Man United this weekend, coming off the back of a very, very remarkable historic win. It has been in 9 years. We have not gone to Anfield and done the business like we did it on Sunday. A dominant performance, guys. Like, I don't know if anyone is thinking that. We dominated Liverpool. People can say Liverpool were shit, but we made them look shit. We made them play shit, and we made them do shit. And that's why we dominated them, guys. You know what I mean? It's hard to say it, guys. I'm an honest guy, so I speak the truth. This is what happened. We never looked like losing that game. It's wild. But certainly you got to have some time. You got to, keep your feet on the ground. One game at a time, folks. One game at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves at all. Certainly enjoy the win. And we definitely need to go into this Brighton game with some confidence. Bongo, I'm here to tell you 3-1 Man United. You know what I'm saying? I told guys 2-1 at Liverpool. I'm telling you now, we're going to give this Brighton team a little bit of an early rush. Bang, bang. And then another one in the second half. Of course, it might be interesting. They might get a goal. You know what I mean? Hopefully not. I'm really hoping they don't score. But I'm hoping that my 3-1 is an underassessment. I'm hoping that some one of those guys, maybe Sesko, maybe Cunha finally scores his goal. You know what I mean? Or Mbumo comes up with a brace, not just a goal, but a brace. Let's see, guys. Let's dare to dream slightly in this one match because we're at home. We're riding on a wave right now. It's our second win in a long time, back to back. And we did just win coming right back from the international break. So it's a lot. It's like a trifecta of things that we didn't normally do for a while, for the last year maybe, that we just did this weekend, guys. You feel me? So you have to be positive a little bit. Shout out to Campos Murphy says a 2-0. That's a strong scoreline. Of course, I won't doubt that because San Lamens, the guy is good. I told you, guys, and I'm not gonna toot my horn, but I did tell you guys we were signing this guy on deadline day. And I told you, Donnarumma, don't worry about him. We are getting this young guy, and he's very, very good. I did tell you guys this since June. Compos, I know you were here. You know what I mean? And I told everyone a few weeks ago that Stiller is our number one signing in January. Man United is preparing to do a madness, and I know this is a preview, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of information just because you're my favorite people on the planet. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: it could get very, very exciting in January for Man United. Not just Stiller, but it could be Adam Wharton. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this because it looks pretty nice. And if we do go in for some menu, then it's going to be Stiller and Wharton in January. Don't say MarkN didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't give you the early scoop. Don't wait for everybody to jump on the hype. I said this 2 weeks ago. I said it in my match preview previously. I said it in my transfer stream previously. Stiller is coming. He's our main signing in January. I just want to let you guys know. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna start talking about it, but remember, I told you. I told you long time. Yeah. Trust me, Bongo. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not telling you expect a 5-0, but a 3-1 is reasonable. You know what I mean? A 2-0 is even more reasonable, you would say, because if you look at the last 3 or 4 games, the 3 games we played recently, we did score goals. You know what I mean? 3-2 versus Brighton. We had another, you know what I mean, situation versus Chelsea. Yeah, we did lose against Brentford, but we did kick. Then we came back and we dominated Liverpool 2-1. So our offense is starting to find a rhythm, guys. And that's very important because a lot of things happened. Well, of course, I spoke about this. He's probably going to West Ham. You know, West Ham might be signing Joshua Zirkzee, but there's also some reports that they already have an agreement in place with Ivan Toney. It might get as interesting at West Ham. Pairing up Joshua Zirkzee with Ivan Toney at West Ham. Guys, I don't think that's something people want to see. Not Man United fans. Brother, let's hope Xerxes doesn't leave, guys. Like, I'm being real with you. We're going to need that brother for next season because we are going to be in Europe. And Campos said it earlier. We don't have any injuries now, but we're playing one game a week, Campos. Can you imagine if we were playing in Europe this week? We would have certainly been having, like we always had for the last 7 years. We've had to play back-to-back games in the Champions League and in the Premier League within 32 hours, just like Real Madrid, just like Barcelona. The only three teams in world football that have been forced over the last 7 years to play a game back-to-back within 32 hours. No other team in world football has been forced to do that besides those three football teams. I wonder why. You know what I mean? It's weird. The bad news, guys, is there's a possibility, Martinez is not coming back yet. Mazarawi is doubtful. So this is where we wonder if our defense is going to hold firm. But like I was saying to you guys, Maguire is coming off a very, very good performance against Liverpool, Etikite, and Isaac. And of course, even if Luke Shaw is rested and you see the likes of Lenny Yoro come in. I think Lenny Yoro does a very, very amazing job. I think he does a brilliant job. He's had some very good performances, but it will be interesting. And Matthias De Ligt, I don't have to say no more about this guy. This guy is leading the league in tackles and defensive breakups. He is right now, he's a top. He is that guy. It's not Saliba. It's not Gabriel. It's not another nigga. It's not another guy. It's our guy. Matthias De Ligt. It's that nigga. It's that guy. The De Ligt man. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. I'd rather us get Tony on a short loan. In that case, we'd actually use him. Might be interesting. Yeah, but I'm telling you now, bro. He's going to West Ham. Sorry. Unless some miracle happens, he's going there. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong. But yeah, I think he's going to West Ham, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, why is this banner playing? Didn't I just have a other banner playing? Delete. My goodness. So it's a must-win situation for Manchester United, guys. Must-win situation. And to be honest, what can we say? What can we do? We have to do our best. We have to go in there and fight with everything on the line. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. And it's like people, I would say no slip ups, but realistically, they're in front of the home fans. They should be totally hyped for this game. They should be more than up to fight this battle, especially coming off of the back of that Liverpool win. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the manager approaches this game. It's going to be even more interesting to see his starting lineup, guys, because this is what I think about the starting lineup. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. There could be some interesting twists, plots, and changes. Of course, he could also end up just playing the same team that started last week, which then there wouldn't be no rotation this week. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened. But I'll just put this back up on the screen so you guys can see the head-to-head. United have 15 wins, Brighton 9, 3 draws. History leans our way, but recent times leans towards Brighton because they've had 3 wins and 2 draws with us in the last 5 games. So it gets very interesting. It's a big test. You know what I mean? But like I keep saying to you guys, United edge the home crowd, counter set pieces. We must use everything as a weapon as best we can. So yeah, let's see how it goes, guys. Let's see how it goes because honestly, I am up to see Man United win this game. I'm hoping Man United wins this game, and I'm not just saying win this game, but I'm hoping we win it in some form of style, and with showing some really good for good a really really good performance. You know what I mean? It's yeah. I definitely think we need a big performance, guys. So for me, all I can say is I'm looking forward to the game, guys. No Mirage in goal, 100%. Heaven was back also and was on the bench. We are okay for CB for now. 100%. That's no fine. That's no big difference. But I mean, I thought by there was 24 guys, so I was 3 years behind the time, and I was in the wrong vein because I thought since he was 24 games sometime. But now I realized that I should have really just Google this man the other day when I would forget what it was. These 27 times to get rid of he, bro. Get rid, get a next young keeper, bring back VTech in the building, and let me move forward, guys. Because yeah, San Lamens has debuted like he's dropped like a nuke in the building. It's Hiroshima in this bitch, and this mofo has just stapled his name to the starting 11, bro. He didn't even wait or ask for any assistance. He was just like, you know what, that shit's mine. I'm here. I got this. Give it. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the attitude. This is the attitude that you want from players. This is the mentality that people been crying for months. And as Campo says, big difference. It's humongous. It's ginormous. You know what I mean? It's been a long time since we had a keeper that came for shit. Like, give me that. You know what I'm saying, guys? I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, real old school. Yeah, bro. Like when I thought this brother was 24 or something. I thought he was a young fella, you know? Not knowing that this brother approaching 28. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out. Simon says bye-bye. You know what I mean? Bro, I was so bro when I realized that, bro, I had to stick. I nearly wanted to stick my head in the sand because here what going on. I was real begging for this guy, thinking that he's a young guy, he go get some chance, he could think. Bro, me too, boy, compost boy, but I don't know why I thought he was 22. I might have to double check on Google, boy. Because brother, I'm telling you, I get so pissed off, bro. I get so pissed off. Yeah, this brother deserves to be sold immediately. Yeah, boy. How old this guy is? I'll type in there. He's 27, boy, man, born 1998. Oh, smack! It's time for him to go. Yeah, time for this guy to go, bro. 27, born in 1998. Bruh, listen, move. Move to the left. Bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, like I said, I'll leave up the starting 11. What's your thoughts on it? Obviously, it's most important. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be here if not for you guys. So let me know what your thoughts are. Even if you're not in the live section, guys, you could drop it in the non-live. Your boy MarkN, he responds to all your messages because you're my favorite people. So you know that's how I'm gonna do things. And what can I say? I haven't been able to. I wanted to do it tomorrow, but I may have to work late. So I'm doing it now, but definitely the manager's press reaction, we're going to be having that. If not tomorrow, we're definitely going to get that in the morning. I'm telling you, compose depressing thoughts, bro. Depressing thoughts, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the most depressing statements, bro. Like, I swear to you, compose. Like, you know, it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I don't even know how to deal with some of these situations, bro. I don't know, honestly, how to deal with some of these people. I don't know how they do the signings and thing, but on an interesting note, there's there's going to be some interesting developments coming soon to Manchester because, like I keep telling you guys, we are doing a lot of scouting. Our scouts are one of the best scouting networks the world has ever seen. And of course, lots of people didn't believe me. But when you see we start bringing in all these young talents that start doing really big things, people start understanding that really and truly the reason why we were suffering before, because the board of directors wanted big names over actual players that were meant to play in our team, in the system, and make shit work better. So, moving on from that, guys, I'm going to tell you guys, shout out to each and every one of you. I will be back tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be doing the manager's press conference reaction. It's going to be live like around 6:30 UK, give or take 20 minutes, guys. The recruitment is not the recruitment. It's the recruiters. The recruiters are starting to listen to the scouts. And I would tell you this, Campos, our academy has won more trophies than any academy in England in the last 3 years, than any academy has won in the last five. Our academy, bro, yeah, has been winning trebles over the last 3 seasons in different age groups, bro. It's crazy. So when people say our academy has been slipping, I think they're just lying. And they have not been checking their facts because if you check it, in 2023-24 Academy, boys and girls were treble winners. Under 18. Fountain. Last season, our Academy boys team was slapping Liverpool 11, slapping Man City 9, slapping Arsenal. They slapped teams like it was, like their hands was not swelling from slapping people. Swear. But on another note, we'll leave that for tomorrow. We'll discuss some of that after the manager's press conference in that reaction. So, guys, join me 6:30 UK. You know your boy MarkN will be there. And don't forget, guys, if you have the time and if you can, and it's not too much trouble, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. The road to 2K subs is here. Join the Red Army. It's Red Devil mode. Drop your flags, rep your zone, rep your plats, or rep your ort. Your boy is here and you know what to do. We'll be sharing all your thoughts and comments in the chat. It comes up on the screen. I'll read them out as well. And of course, each and every one of you have a wonderful evening. Shout out to you guys.
Baby.